Episode 5, The Grand Turnabout. April 6, 10:02 AM, outside Grand Tower Plaza. Hello everyone, Triple S back with more Hasty Investigations by Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path with the final case of the game, the Grand Turnabout. Wow. So I assume that must have been what the movie would have looked like. That, Edgeworth and that interrupted in the last case, maybe that was the scene they were maybe filming, saying, like, the tower's going to collapse because of that giant monster or something like that. And then there was that kid with the horns, apparently, glowing red horns, which I assume that was just an effect for the film. But that was cool. I want to see that movie. Giant mooing horned monster thing, and half boy, half cow superhero fighting it? Or maybe he was controlling it. He could have been a villain. I don't know, they said he was going to save the tower and start falling and he needed to drink his milk in the last case. I don't know. But anyway, the gang's all back together. Kay's got her memories back from the last case. Lot of hearts here apparently. Maybe because of the filming's going on. She's getting to get a scoop on the filming. We'll see. Let's see what happens. So what are y'all going to do now? Or is this right directly after what happened last time, where we just spoke to Shelley the Killer on the transceiver? This might be literally minutes afterwards. Maybe. I reckon you're through being a prosecutor, right? Yep, that's true, I suppose. I'm no longer a prosecutor, however. You can't stop thinking about what Mr. the Killer said, right? Indeed. I congratulate you on resolving the case, however, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? This case isn't over yet? The person in the red hood who kidnapped Kay at God Lake, and this letter from an unknown sender. Someone's schemes are at work behind this case. Must be tough having a case you just solved still nagging at the back of your mind. Well, I got some investigating of my own to be doing, so I'll be off. That's amazing. You've already decided on your next scoop? What are you saying there, Missy? Don't you want to be underestimating the likes of Lockhart? I've covered a lot of scoops, I always have an extra scoop or two up my sleeves. Someone help! Thanks, what's that? Hey, Penny! Oh, it's good to see you. Someone please help! Huh? This woman is... What's happened? Somebody's dead! I'm a monster! A monster? It's a scoop! A scoop's calling me! I should be all over it, like Gordy at God Lake monster and now this monster. Please follow me, it's this way. What was that run? Oh, that was the best run I've ever seen. That should be like the Monty Python's, what is it, something of Funny Walks? Committee? Nah, I can't remember what it is. No, I've forgotten what the word is. Oh, that was amazing. Something else happened again. I don't know. At any rate, we should follow her for now. See, they run normally. April 6, 10:05 AM, outside Grand Tower, temporary film lot. Huh? These are genuine hoof prints. Oh yeah, I just noticed them. Hoof prints? Impossible. No animal could be this large. It's Edgeworth, look. Oh, hello! It's you again. Haven't seen you for a long time. Agent Lang? Why is he here? Ah, someone's on the ground. He Can't be. The president of Zheng Fa, Dijun Huang. Agent Lang. Mr. Prosecutor, didn't take you long to get here. What happened? What happened? That's what I'd like to know. It would seem that he's in a considerable amount of shock over the president's death. However, what exactly are these giant footprints? And what could have happened to the president? Is it supposed to be that it stood on him? Because if something that large stood on him, he would not look like that. He would be just mush. It's a monster! A monster? Yes, sirree, looky here. Ain't no doubt about it, these are clearly the footprints of a monster. On this day, mankind received a grim reminder. Oh, okay. We live in fear of the mighty MOOZILLA. Oh, the mighty MOOZILLA. Mighty MOOZILLA? This is a scoop. I got myself a scoop. Man trampled to death by a monster. I reckon it'll be the top story in tomorrow's paper. What nonsense. There are no such thing as monsters. Wait, it can't be. I am Dijun Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. That man, could he have... Hey, you're the first to discover the body. Yes, well... Agent Lang? Lang Z says... First come, first suspected. You, did you really just discover the body? Of course. Please calm down, you're scaring her. He does seem to have lost his composure. Calm down. How am I supposed to calm down? Do you know who's been murdered? Dijun Huang, the president of Zheng Fa. Agent Lang, this isn't like you. When we first met, you had an army of subordinates under your command. And you both... Something weird just happened with my emulator. I think everything's fine. Sorry. And you boasted of having the highest arrest rate in Interpol. And what now? Did you forget the fundamentals of investigation along with all your men? What did you say? Instead of questioning people at random, you should investigate at the crime scene first. Am I wrong? I don't need you to tell me that. I'll do a thorough investigation. Well, at least it seems he's calmed down for now. Mr. Edgeworth, let's investigate too. Yes, let's investigate. Right now I do not have any investigation rights, but until the police arrive... What are y'all saying? Ain't it obvious who done it? The man behind it all is the mighty MOOZILLA. Well, I guess it ain't the man behind it. More like the monster behind it, you know? Good grief. Could you please just try not to interfere with the investigation? Shut your trap. You're the one who better not be sticking your nose in my business. Ain't forgiving you if you mess up my scoop. Excuse me? It's the woman who first discovered the body. I feel like I've seen her before. You have. You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? Yes. That case. From before. Huh? Do you know her? Yes, I do. At least I think I do. My name's Kay Faraday. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Hi, you're such a cute assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. At least in this game, she actually introduces herself. I'm an assistant at Global Studios. I'm in charge of the props and sets. It's nice to meet you. Yes, that was it. We have a flashback to that. Once handled a case that occurred during the filming of The Steel Samurai. This woman was a member of the show's staff, and she was involved in the incident. I must have met with her on numerous occasions over the course of the case. But to be honest, I had completely forgotten about her. It's nice to see you again. The fact that you are here must mean that this place is... Yep, This is sort of an outdoor film lot for global studios. This kind of just makes me think of how, like, fans go to conventions and they say hello to celebrities, and then they go back like another time and they say, hey, remember me? It's very unlikely the celebrity's going to remember you because they've seen hundreds of people or thousands of people, depending on the time frame between when you first saw them and last saw them. If you were like really unique, like in a very unique costume, maybe they might remember. But just walking up to them, hey, remember me? Or hey, remember my friend so and so? Probably not going to remember you. And it's kind of the same here with Edgeworth and Penny. They're shooting a movie here right now. I was the first to arrive today to set everything up for the filming. But everything seems strange. Those giant footprints, and that dead body. I see. Well, we shall examine the body. At any rate, could you please contact the police? Yes, right away. I guess she must have panicked. I'll have to take the time to listen to her story later. First, let's examine the scene. There are many things besides the body that concern me. Need to examine every nook and cranny of this place. Begin investigation! Outside Grand Tower. Temporary film lot. Oh, examine the gates on the right side of the area. Okay, what does it mean by gates? Does it mean this gate? Where the lock is? Or does it mean this gate down here? Okay, I can't examine anything there, so I'm pretty sure it must mean this. Miss Nichols, where does this entrance lead to? It's connected to the Grand Tower lot. Does this case also have something to do with that building? The building with the secret 51st floor where the black market auctions were being held? It wouldn't be strange if it were still hiding a few more secrets. Grand Tower Data Drop-Down Organizer. This lock and chain. Ah, someone cut through the chain. What? I'm sure it was locked up properly yesterday though. Then it's possible that culprit forced his way in through here. A rear entrance forced open. The chain on the rear entrance was cut. Did the culprit do it? Logic added. Ah! What is it? It's completely dented in. How did this happen? There is indeed a huge dent in the fence over there. Something rather heavy must have struck it in order to make a dent like that. It wasn't like that at all yesterday. It wasn't? So this dent was made last night. Dented fence. Yesterday it was still fine. Did he get struck by something heavy? Logic added. Hello, this is Triple S from after I finished recording the episode. I found out that there is actually an Easter egg at this part of the game, which I didn't know about whilst I was recording, so I thought I'd record this and just slip it into this point. So, at the point where you inspect this gate for the first time, if you then inspect it again, this leads to the Grand Tower. But from where I'm standing, all I can see are just your everyday run-of-the-mill buildings. Ta-da! There is Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey looking up at the Grand Tower if you inspect it again, so I don't see anyone special around here either. Oh, you are so wrong, Kay. Indeed, at least from where we're standing, that is. Now then, we have no time to waste. We should get back to investigating the film lots. So there we go, that was the Easter egg that you spot Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey at the Grand Tower at the same time that these guys are here. What a coincidence! So yeah, just thought I'd slot that in after I found out about it, so let's continue on with the episode. Okay, we got to talk to the side. I'm so glad they chose not to have that constant shutter noise of her camera going the whole time, because that would have been so annoying. But let's talk to Lotta. What do you want? I'm a busy gal. You best not get in my way. Why are you so obsessed with that monster? Such a thing couldn't possibly exist. What do you say? I ain't letting that pass. MOOZILLA lives, I'm sure of it. It's the mightiest monster on this side of the Pacific Rim. Okay. I don't suppose you have some kind of basis for that. When did this film... when did Pacific Rim come out, and when did this game come out? Huh? That can't be a reference, unless maybe the translators, the fan translators put that reference in. Maybe that might be the case. I don't know. Anyway. I saw it with my own two eyes. What? You saw it? No way. Yes way. The mighty MOOZILLA was really here. Last night when I was on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower? You mean when you were snooping around the black market auction? That's right, it was right around when I took this here photo. That's the photo of the person in the red hood. This was Jill Crane, right? You see those blinds next to the red hood? Well, the mighty MOOZILLA was on the other side. But there's nothing in the photo. It's very hard to capture something like that from such a distance. But I've seen it plain as day. MOOZILLA's giant eye was peering in through those blinds. Ah, so it was from her perspective at the beginning. The monster was peering in? Looky here. I ain't the time for this. I gotta give her my materials. You're in my way. Now go on, get. Shoo, shoo. How absurd. Mr. Edgeworth, you must be completely dumbfounded right now, aren't you? Is that clearly written on my face? Right, I'm talking to Penny. Hi, Penny. Talk to Penny. Hello, Penny. Sorry about earlier. I was a little flustered. She loves the colour brown. Okay, let's discover the body. Were you here alone? Yep, I arrived before everyone else today in order to get things prepared. When I entered the lot, I immediately noticed those giant hoof prints. The monster's footprints, right? Weren't you surprised? Yep, because they hadn't been there yesterday evening. So that means the footprints were made last night. Well, when I first saw them, I thought they were a part of the set. But when I got closer to the studio, I saw that a person had collapsed. You didn't notice until you got closer? Lately, it seems my eyesight has gotten worse again, and my glasses aren't strong enough. As I approached the body, I finally realised what it was. I was so scared I ran away. And that was when she ran into us. Filming a movie. You said they were filming a movie. Could it be The Steel Samurai? No. So it wasn't. Aw, poor Edgeworth. We're making a monster movie this time around. Have you ever heard of the mighty MOOZILLA series? I'm sorry, but no. Mr. Edgeworth isn't interested in anything other than a Steel Samurai after all. That's not... I guess that's to be expected, as the promotion for the film hasn't really started yet. The mighty MOOZILLA. Its revival breaks its 12 years of silence. It's a long-awaited sequel to the original series, so the staff are all fired up. The film is set at the Grand Tower, so we're filming on location around this area. Come to think of it, yesterday... What's wrong, pal? Did something happen at the Grand Tower? Cut! Cut! Hey, excuse me! I was sort of in the middle of shooting a movie, and I saw them filming something then. It must have been this. I bet it ends with MOOZILLA completely destroying the Grand Tower. Teehee, I wonder. You'll have to look forward to finding out in the theatres. If you like, you can have this. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. A giant snake as well. The Battle of the Century. Now it meets its greatest rival. Gordy! Oh, that's supposed to be Gordy. I thought it was a giant snake, but no, it's the long neck. Ah, that's cool. Mighty MOOZILLA versus Gordy. Wait, Gordy? This time it won't just be MOOZILLA. A rival monster appears as well. This really is, Ghidorah and Godzilla. That's awesome. I love it. Have you heard of it? Gordy of God Lake? Ah, wasn't it the talk of the town 2 or 3 years ago? Ah, there it is! It's a mysterious monster living in God Lake. By chance, someone took a photo of it. It wasn't just the talk of the town, it was also involved in a case from my past. Gordy, huh? Now there's a name I don't really want to remember. Oh yeah, that was not very good for Edgeworth, that case. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not good. When the director caught wind of that rumour, he decided to add it into the story. I get the feeling he was a bit late to catch on. Please look forward to seeing the showdown between these two rival monsters. Are they really rivals? What's the movie Fly Data Drop Down Organizer? Wouldn't the definition of rival be that they've had confrontations before? But if this is their first time meeting, how can they really be rivals? They'd be rivals after this film. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, the entrance. I should confirm what the security situation was like at the scene of the crime. Miss Nichols, was the entrance to this place locked? Yep, it's locked with this. It's one of those types where you have to put in the correct numbers to open it, right? About this combination lock, was it also properly locked today? Ah, my stutter. Yep, when I arrived here today, it was locked tight. Who knows the combination? The producer, the director, the staff, and the actors. I think everyone involved in the movie knew about it. So anyone involved with the film could have opened the combination lock and gone in. Combination lock, used on front entrance, only the cast and crew knew the combination, logic added. But that's the thing. If the rear entrance forced open, but then the combination lock... The front entrance, which leads to the Tower Plaza, was locked with a combination lock. At the other end, the lock on the rear entrance, which leads to the Grand Tower, was broken. Now where does this lead us? Haha, I know this one. The culprit entered from the rear entrance, right? Exactly. And knowing this, we now understand one more critical fact. The culprit must be someone who didn't know the number to unlock the combination lock. Right, if they knew the code, it would have been way easier to enter from the front entrance. Entering through the back door is common sense for a thief. It's much less conspicuous. We can't underestimate a culprit who thinks like a thief. Please keep your guard up. She sure becomes lively all of a sudden when this subject gets brought up. To put it simply, everyone involved with the movie knows the combination for the lock. In other words, it's quite likely that the culprit is someone who is not involved with the film. Combination lock data jotted down in my organizer. Okay, what we're looking at now. Oh, we've got to talk to Schlang. Mr. Prosecutor, so we meet again. Indeed, just a few days ago we met at the detention centre. Agent Lang, what brings you here? Just some boring work, nothing you need to know about. You always pick the worst time to show up. Anyone ever tell you that bad things happen when you're around? Just don't get in the way of my investigation, okay? I must avenge the death of our president. Why were you here? You arrived here before us. What were you doing in a place like this? You suspect me? Come now. I heard a scream. It was the woman who found the body. After hearing the scream, I came in through that entrance over there. Apparently, it wasn't locked. Then why is there a lock on the ground over there? I should take a closer look. When I got in, the woman who found the body was already running out of the other exit over there. Well, that would have looked very suspicious. So he came here around the same time we did. Oh, was she running in or out? If he was running out, I bet he would have actually given chase, but she came running in, then maybe. Why were you at the Grand Tower? Well, I had my reasons. He also said something along those lines when we met at the detention centre. Maybe he's really a fan of giant monsters, and he came to sneak a peek at the MOOZILLA set. Giant monsters? I've no interest in such things. He clearly doesn't think the murderer is a monster either. President Wang. It's regrettable what happened to the president. Yeah, Wang was the pride of Zengfa, and yet, it seems like you were quite close to the president. The previous head of the Lang clan, my father, served under the President Wang. Protecting the life of the president has long been our clan's greatest duty. My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Lang clan. Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family treasures, so to speak. Who would have thought the date and seal of that will would arrive so soon? So then, I guess the president was like a close family friend. During the incident at God Lake, why weren't you with the president, Mr. Lang? Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my old man were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zengfa. 12 years ago. Wonder what went on then? Even so, I still respect the man. Zengfei is a small country, but he carried the nation with his strength. Damn it! Just what were his bodyguards doing? Have you already contacted the embassy? Yeah, of course. I've also informed Zengfei and my clan as well. It's gotten pretty hectic there, what with the will and all. But it'll be the same here, once the bodyguards show up. If you don't want to see me rip into them, I suggest you get out of here soon. Mr. Prosecutor. Right now, I'm just a single Interpol agent. Literal lone wolf. They probably won't let me be in charge of the investigation. But you better believe, my fangs are as sharp as ever. I'll definitely capture the culprit with my own hands. And you better not get in my way. Okay, he means business. Right, don't talk to him. Let's move on and look at the body. Wow, he really is the president. Yep, to think we saw him alive just a few days ago. That would make this a presidential assassination, right? This is a bit flashy for an assassination. I won't rest until it's just a ducking cranny. What are we looking at here? Examine just the corpse in general. Okay. There were no visible external wounds, but it's clear that he's already passed away. So then I guess he really did get stepped on by a monster? That's impossible. Stepped on by a monster, the president was found dead in the middle of what looks like a footprint. Logic added. Huh? Don't the president's clothes look a bit dirty to you? Indeed, there appears to be some sort of yellow stain. But it's monster drool. Okay, please be more serious. We'll need to have forensics take a closer look at this stain. So this was the state of the body. I should make a note of it. Crime scene notes jotted down in my organizer. Anything else? Oh, examine the footprint itself. There are broken pieces of concrete scattered all around the presidents. Yep, they were probably scattered about when the ground got damaged. And that must have been when the monster's foot went thud. If the culprit was actually a monster, monster's footprint stated jotted down my organizer. Kinda looks like a hoof, the way it's split in two like that. Yep, definitely looks like a monster's footprint to me. Hang on. I just realised there's broken stone on top of that slab. And then there's that horn. That? Huh. Okay, I don't think that... Well, I don't know. And there's even 3 of them. Edgeworth, 3 footprints. There are 3 footprints at the scene. They are shaped like hooves. Logic added. There are no such things as monsters. Do you honestly believe they exist? No, not really. But wouldn't it be cool if they did exist? We're searching for the truth, okay? Not for what is cool. See, here, this part here. Stones on top of this slab. That just makes it seem like that slab's been put there to make it look like a hoof. Do you get what I mean? But I guess that's nothing important. But there is a horn here. What's this white thing? Wait, is this a bone? Looks like we've got a new case on our hands. It looks less like a bone and more like some kind of horn. Do I have anything in my evidence that could tell me what this horn is? Do we deduce? Yes. Oh, I didn't mean to examine it anyway, I just had to deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to every evidence I hold? It is... the MOOZILLA's horn. Doesn't this horn belong to that monster, MOOZILLA? You're right, looks just like it. Maybe it's a prop for the film. Based on the size of the horn, the head should be quite large. Really? That horn looks incredibly small for what should be on that giant monster. I wonder how it ended up here. I'm sure we'll find out if we ask someone on the staff. Unless it's not a head horn, but goddamn. Okay, yeah, we're done. So we've got to go talk to Penny about this horn stuff. The broken horn. About this horn. Have you ever seen it before? Huh? That's MOOZILLA's horn. It's a model we made to use in our ad campaign. Where was it? It was on the ground by the back entrance. That's strange. MOOZILLA's head should have been stored on the studio roof. I suppose the head would have to be rather large, wouldn't it? Yep, It's not as big as the real thing, of course, but it's still quite large. Okay. Makes sense. Look, you can see it from here. Oh, it's a tip off the horn. It's not the entire thing. Right, gotcha. See, it's right there. It certainly is large. Broken horn was lying next to the body, had been stored on the roof last night. Logic added. There sure are a lot of interesting things around here. Teehee! It's the equipment we use for filming. The MOOZILLA costume and the camera crane. They really are treasures. I'm getting kinda excited. It's possible that some of this equipment was used in the crime. I better take a closer look. Well, first we're going to do some logic. So the dented fence and the broken horn. It smacked into the fence and the horn broke off. The dent in this fence and the broken horn. Neither of these things were there yesterday evening. Based on the fact that these two things have changed, could MOOZILLA's head have... Indeed, the head that was on the rooftop may have tumbled down onto the ground. Monster's head, it may have rolled off the studio roof and tumbled to the ground. Logic added. This is a new possibility, which would mean that... stepped on by Monster and Monster's head. Connect. We may have found the missing murder weapon. Hey, really? At the moment, I can only say that it is just a possibility. If the giant monster head had fallen off from the studio roof... that could definitely be a murder weapon. Miss Nichols, may we investigate at the studio roof? The roof? Okay, I understand. Go on ahead, but the stairs can be a little bit slippery, so please watch yourself. You step, either one. Mr. Prosecutor, I'm going to take my leave here for a bit. There's something I have to check. Agent Lang, I wonder if he's caught onto something. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the kid. Move it. What did you say? Guess you're just a brat with no manners. Oh, of course he loves milk. In reality, as well as in the film. And you're an annoying old man. Quit your yapping already. I'm terribly sorry. Come on, John. Tuh. Oh, what were you doing? Who was that? Someone from the police. Why'd you suddenly pick a fight with him? That show was a tense standoff. He didn't budge an inch, even before Agent Lang. Allow me to introduce you. This is John Marsh. He's the lead actor in our movie. The lead actor is this child? Hi, I'm Kay Faraday. Nice to meet you. And this is Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor? Uh-oh. Does he know? He's a pretty famous prosecutor, you know. But he's not wearing a prosecutor's badge. He's frightfully perceptive. John, it's probably better if you didn't go over there. That's certainly not a sight a child should see. However, he's someone involved with the case. I'll need to speak with him later. Okay, what do we do now? Examine the stairs, because we're going to go up. May we see the roof? Yes, of course. Go right ahead. So we don't walk around the roof, I guess, just look at this picture. This is MOOZILLA. Somehow this doesn't feel quite right. See, this looks way cooler. He doesn't have a nose ring either. I see. You two aren't familiar with MOOZILLA. This is MOOZILLA's original design from 12 years ago. What? But then, what's this? That's our take on it for the new movie. We revamped the design to appeal to modern audiences. Revamped? But it looks totally different. And no matter how you look at this one, it's a cow. Well, of course. After all, MOOZILLA was originally a cow monster. A cow monster? Having a cow, an animal that humans are very familiar with, turned into a monster, allows us to question mankind's relationship with nature. That's the theme of MOOZILLA. Meh. I just don't get it. Nor do I. I want to rest as specific. So just look at the head in general. We've made this replica of the original MOOZILLA's head for promotional purposes. We'll be using it to let people know that the film is a sequel to the original series. I guess it would be hard for people to tell that they're the same monster. As we suspected, one of the horns appears to be broken. So did this head really crush the president? It's possible. However, there's something I don't quite understand. What's that? Miss Nichols, this head looks rather heavy. How do you transport it? It's made so that it can be taken apart. It's not that hard if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how, it'd be pretty much impossible, I think. Which means it would be difficult for anyone not involved in the film. When taken apart, would it be possible for one person to carry it alone? Definitely. Given enough time, even I could do it. MOOZILLA's head data, draw down on my organizer. However, this face is... Mr. Edgeworth, I feel like I've seen this cow somewhere before. Indeed, I was just thinking the exact same thing. It was on board the President's plane. And in the storeroom with the black market auction. The President's stuffed toy. So that was a doll of the original MOOZILLA. Could this really be just a coincidence? MOOZILLA doll Jata... I keep saying Jata. Data jotted down on my organizer. Or jotted down, or something weird. The broken table. Some sort of wooden stand has fallen over. The area around it seems to be burnt black. Huh? MOOZILLA's head should have been on that stand. But the legs are broken off. It doesn't look like it can be used anymore. The broken legs seem to be badly burned. I think it's safe to assume that a small fire occurred here. A small fire, huh? Is that what burnt and broke the legs of the stand? When the legs broke, the stand would have tilted. If MOOZILLA's head was on top of the stand, it would have fallen off. So the head fell down because of the fire. Yep, and if that's the case, I also have a pretty good idea what caused the fire. There's a flammable can next to the heater. It seems someone is lacking in safety awareness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. I don't think anyone used the heater yesterday. I see, in that case, I wonder what caused the fire. I think we're done here, yeah. I'm gonna talk to this brat. John, was it? Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Hey, old man. You really a prosecutor? Yes, old man. And first show me your prosecutor's badge. I don't have my badge with me right now. Then you can't prove you're a prosecutor, old man. This kid is a tough nut to crack, isn't he? Want me to give it a try? Yes, I'm counting on UK. I'm not good with kids. John Marsh. So, John, you're an actor? Yeah. What about it? You're amazing. That's so cool. Not really. Good grief. At least that seems to have worked. About those horns. What about them? John's horns are specially made prosthetics. John plays a young boy who has a special connection with MOOZILLA. He can communicate with MOOZILLA using those horns. Right, John? Shut up! Stop blabbering about that stupid stuff. No, I'm sorry. I think I'm beginning to see the kind of relationship these two have. But it must be amazing to star in a movie. And you're only in an elementary school. Uh-oh. Despite how he looks, John is 13 years old and he's already in middle school. What? But he's so small. And he's wearing a kiddie backpack. The backpack is part of his costume. He's an actor after all. I see, but he's still really tiny. It's probably better if you didn't talk about his height in front of... I thought I told you to stop blabbering about stupid stuff. Sorry. It seems the only thing that's not a prop is that milk carton. The president. Don't know why we're talking about him like that, but okay. That guy over there. He's the president, right? Yep. Do you know him? Yeah, I've met him before. This boy has met with the president? Huh. That guy makes me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say. Why do you hate the president so much? Huh. And now he's giving me the silent treatment. The truth is, the president was involved in the film. The president was involved in the film? What do you mean? He was supposed to have a brief cameo in the movie. He came by to look around the set some time ago. That was when he met John. Why would the president be appearing in this film? We heard he was a fan of the original MOOZILLA series, and so we made him an offer. We thought it would make great publicity, you see. He comes on the movie set like he's on some sightseeing tour. It's so annoying. John, you really shouldn't say stuff like that. It's not nice. Shut it! I guess he couldn't tolerate having an amateur appear in his film. Oh, right. Here. What's this? Ah, is this from yesterday? A photo. Yeah, since it was developed, I brought it along with me. You can have it. I think it turned out quite nicely. So you brought it all the way here for me? Thank you so much! No, not really. I just happened to have it with me. Oh, does this kid have a little crush? Excuse me, but may I take a quick look at it? Oh, sure. Here you go. So this was taken yesterday. You have the hoof prints or the body are in it. Is there anything we can discern from this picture? I don't think so. The horn's intact. There's the kid. The wall's intact. Huh. Nothing really. Commemorative photo data jotted down my organiser. But who's in the costume? That's the question. Who's in the costume? Okay, we're done talking to him. Examine the sheet in the lower right corner of the area. This sheet over here. Ah, it's one of those sheets you lay out on the floor when you're having a picnic. It's definitely a vinyl sheet. However, I don't think it's for picnics. Miss Edgeworth, if I may? That's actually a waterproof sheet. It's used with the camera crane over there. We'll cover the camera crane with it when it's raining. And this sheet must be pretty big. Yep, it would be pointless if we didn't cover up the entire crane. The weather was overcast yesterday, so we've been using it quite a bit. And then the last thing we'll look at is the crane itself. I wonder what this iron pole is for. Oh, maybe it's used to practice tree climbing. No, this is a film crane. It's used to capture footage from high locations. Right now it's not attached, but normally there would be a camera connected to the end. I get it. This would be perfect for scoping out the places you're trying to steal from. Do you think they would let me borrow this? How exactly, may I ask, do you intend to bring it back home with you? Mr. Edgeworth, you can take the base and I'll take the top part. Does she actually expect me to help her? If we take it nice and slow, we might be able to make it to your house, Miss Edgeworth. Not only do you want me to help you carry it, but you plan to leave it at my house? Investigation complete! I'm gonna just scroll down in my guide. There we go. And with that, this portion of the investigation seems to be finished. So the murder weapon really is... Yep, as it stands now, the possibility that it was the monster head is quite high. So we ended up being squashed by the falling head, huh? How do you explain the other footprints? That sounded like a lot of people. No, not that many people. Although they're extremely late to the party, the bodyguards and the police have finally arrived. Mr. President! You really were far too late. Damn it! Who did this? They'll pay for this. I swear I'll make them pay. But, you know, this much is enough to put me at ease. The person who did this to Huang, I've already got my eye on a suspect. What? What do you mean? Even though Huang was the victim, he doesn't have extraterritorial rights here. Your country's police have the right to investigate. However, I've already spoken with them. As an agent of Interpol, they're letting me assist in the investigation. So they've already established a plan for this investigation. I've already found my prey, now it's time for the hunt. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the Grand Tower rooftop. Oh. This camera records people as they come off the rooftop elevator. Records, not records. Records. And guess who was recorded? The President and his killer can be clearly seen. Why is Miss Courtney there? So he's saying Judge Courtney is the murderer. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law to you. Deliver her divine judgments against Blaze the Best. Could she, who hates crime more than anyone, have security camera photo jotted down in my organizer? Agent Lang, I'd like to hear your thoughts. That's unique to hear, really. Just now I heard a rumour at the Grand Tower. Miles Edgeworth, that you are no longer a prosecutor. Naturally, that means you don't even have a shred of investigative authority. So what would be the point of having a logic battle with someone like you? Huh. Why would you say something like that? Didn't you also just get reduced to being a lone agent? Hey, answer me this. Even though you've lost your position as a prosecutor, why are you still sticking your neck into this case? Why do I still continue to investigate? Agent Lang, why are you pursuing the criminal who murdered the President? Because you're an Interpol agent. Oh, it was more of a question, so I read that wrong. Because you're an Interpol agent? Right now, I'm also chasing after a certain person. Someone in the shadows who was behind the murder at the Grand Tower yesterday. Someone who placed Kay in grave danger. Even now, they are lurking somewhere, laughing at us. We will uncover the truth and bring them to justice. And a title such as Prosecutor has nothing to do with it. As long as the truth remains hidden, I will continue to seek out that truth, for that is a part of my creed. Haha! You're always trying to be so clever, but you really are kind of an idiot. Huh, me an idiot? How rude. That's the answer I wanted to hear. Alright, I'll play along with you for a bit. I've lost all my men and you've lost your title. And yet we still continue to investigate. Let's begin this battle of logic between two kindred spirits. You have my thanks. However, I won't go easy on you. I'll definitely catch the criminal who murdered Huang. And I won't let you get in my way. Yes, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me show you the truth that this wolf has sunk its fangs into. Why Courtney? Listen up. That woman met with the President on top of the Grand Tower. 2 nights ago, she pushed the President off the roof and he fell onto this film lot. At the time, there was no one else on the rooftop aside from those two. There's no room for doubt. That woman murdered the President. It was just the two of them alone on the rooftop. No bodyguards? Yeah, I confirmed it with those bodyguards over there. They didn't know about it either. Guess he managed to give them the slip. He must have had something secret to talk about. President Huang and Judge Courtney? Did those two have some sort of connection? Apparently he had an arrangement with the owner of the Grand Tower. He requested the entrance to the viewing platform be restricted so that they could be alone. Well, it's not like the owner could turn down a request from the President. Does that mean the last person to see the President was... Exactly. Courtney, you mean? It's gotta be her. Agent Lang's reasoning is certainly sound. However, he has overlooked one major thing. And that's where I must strike. Okay, so we gotta go to 2 nights ago, she pushed the president. She pushed the president off the roof. We present the photo. Right there. Shi Long Lang. For the Interpol agent with the highest arrest rate to have fallen so low. What do you say? This is the commemorative photo taken by the staff at Global Studios. Everyone's got such great smiles. Well, except for John. This photo was taken yesterday. What? If Judge Courtney had murdered the president 2 days ago, then his body should have been there when this photo was taken. Oh! Perhaps you should have listened a bit more carefully to those involved in the case. Questioning witnesses is one of the basic fundamentals of investigation, is it not? I've captured Mr. Edgeworth's great smile. You really do look most alive when you're cornering your opponent. Just as I expected. It's been a while since I felt like this. Agent Lang, haven't you been a little hasty in your reasoning? Tch, I don't need your advice. Lang Z says, the wrath of a wolf lasts 100 years. My anger towards the woman who killed the president cannot be suppressed. I too wish to capture the culprits, however, there is no doubt that the body appeared here last night. Therefore, the president could not have fallen to his death. Yeah, he was crushed by the monster head. The crime occurred here at the film lot, not on the rooftop of the Grand Tower. So that's what you think. Still, I don't intend to stray from my logic either. However, he could not have fallen to his death 2 nights ago. This photo proves that. Is that so? Think about it this way. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume or behind all this equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. Once we search this area, we'll know where she hid the body. Unfortunately, there is no need for a search. What'd you say? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Courtney could not have hidden the body. There it is, the combination lock. All the entrances to the film lot were locked. The chain on the back entrance was only cut last night. What? Therefore, Judge Courtney could not have entered the film lot 2 nights ago. Hiya! The president could only have fallen 2 nights ago. Why are you so insistent that the crime occurred 2 days ago? Why? Because there's still more to the security camera footage. Uh-oh. Why Courtney Part 2? A photo was recorded 10-20 minutes after the president went up to the rooftop with that woman. That woman, she came back down on the elevator alone. After that, there was no sign of the president getting on the elevator at all. There's no other way for the president to get down without using the elevator, is there? That's not exactly true. Besides getting pushed off the roof by that woman, that is. Well, from what we discovered last case, that's not true. The president never came down from the rooftop. That's right. The security camera is always watching the entrance of the elevator. It was specifically set up to record anyone who entered or exited the rooftop. Essentially, the camera created a locked room, one which the president vanished from. A locked room, I see. This is quite an unfavourable piece of evidence for Judge Courtney. Security camera photo data updated on my organiser. Rooftop escape. That's a difficult feat. So even the Yatagarasu can't just fly through the sky. That's right. I still need more training to be able to pull that off. Are you saying you're going to train yourself to fly like Batman? Okay, so there's no other way for the president to get off the roof. There's no other way. We present... What am I presenting here? The Grand Tower itself. As a matter of fact, there was one. A hidden route, that is. A way down without using the elevator? You better not tell me he flew off or something. There's no need for that. It's quite simple. The president just needed to know. about the existence of the hidden 51st floor. The 51st floor? This building has a hidden 51st floor. It is accessible through a secret hatch on the rooftop. Using that route, it would be impossible to leave the rooftop without using the elevator. Hidden room, secret hatch. How could the President have even known about that? I wonder. I don't know the answer myself. I am merely raising a possibility. In the first place, what's this all about? This hidden 51st floor. Sounds like something that Ninja Girl over there would love to get into. No way! I'm sick of that place. Okay, that place only holds bad memories after all. The 51st floor was a secret storeroom for the black market auction. Its true purpose was only exposed yesterday. Black market auction? You aren't suggesting the President was involved in something like that, are you? I have no proof. However, the possibility exists, does it not? I wouldn't put it past that President. Ooh! Oh, howl! Howl! Eek! Impossible! The President would never... He would never be involved in a black market auction. Well, what's this? You punks, are you prepared? If you're gonna spout nonsense like that, I'll tear you to pieces. Eek! She ran away. You don't have any idea the amount of respect that man has earned from his country's people. I see. You have seen the President's true colours. However, the people of Zengfar remain in the dark. Yeah, should I inform Agent Lang of the President's true nature? Nope, telling him now would only further cloud his judgment. Understand, Agent Lang? Please calm down. We spoke out of line. I apologise. Sorry, my emotions got the best of me. Okay, how long do you plan on hiding? You can come out now. I'm sorry. It's fine. My anger is directed towards the President's killer. Well, I'll be. You're actually a pretty good guy, ain't you? That loyalty to your President is mighty admirable. What's it to you? Oh, don't be like that. I've got some good news for you, I reckon. What? The President ain't never passed through the 51st floor. You can count on me. Really? I was at the storeroom myself and I saw it with my very own eyes. That's right. She snuck into the storeroom that day. Laura's testimony jotted down in my organiser. Thanks. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it? I don't intend to give the culprit a single step of leeway. No one's seen the President since he met with Courtney 2 days ago. That doesn't change the fact that the body wasn't here yesterday. If he were pushed off 2 days ago, it would be odd that he wasn't found until yesterday. I doubt a fall from the roof would take a whole day. That'd be cool though. I'll admit, there are a few things I still haven't figured out. Regardless, there is one thing I am certain of. There is? What exactly occurred here last night? I'm certain we'll have to look into that in order to uncover the truth. Because the body and the hoof prints could have only appeared last night, right? Ooh, police. Agent Lang, I'd like you to bring the body in for the autopsy. Wang, it's in your hands. Make sure... what am I reading here? Wang. Oh, he's talking to the officer. I'm so confused about who was talking and what was saying the stuff. Wang, it's in your hands. Make sure you show the proper respect. It's weirdly saying it's in your hands, saying he's in your hands. That's what threw me off. I was so confused about what he was saying. Anyway, officer, I also have one more thing to report. What is it? We found some footprints near the body. They were left within the area that looks like a monster's footprints. There were human footprints within the monster's footprints? What kind of footprints? Sir, they were the footprints of a child, about the size of an elementary school student. Uh-oh. What? Huh? An elementary school student? Wait, could it be? Who? What's that? Miss Nichols? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please excuse my rudeness. Is there something you want to say? What is she so scared of? I'm worried that you'll think poorly of me, but please let me testify something. It's really important. That's not something you need to be so worried about. What is it? Last night, I actually came here. What? Eek! Why did you come here? Well, I got a little worried, so I stopped by to check up on John. John? You mean John Marsh? As I thought. Yep, last night, John stayed here late in order to practice by himself. Wow, he's really dedicated. Whoa, he froze for a second there, sorry. Well, this movie is the first time he's starring as the lead role, so I'm sure he wants to do his best. She must have witnessed something last night. When was this? If I remember correctly, I think it was a little past 10 PM. Looked like it was going to rain and I was getting worried, so I came to check up on him. And when I got here, well, you saw something? Yes, John was practicing by himself. And right above his head, I saw a long neck. A neck? Yes, its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile. It was like the neck of a dinosaur. Whoa there! Could that have been Gordy? Last time I went hunting for it, it was a bust. But I reckon this could be the real deal. What? This time it's Gordy? That's right. I was really surprised. After all, John is the boy who can communicate with MOOZILLA. Yeah, that's right. Them horns of his lets him hear what the monster's saying, right? Even so, he was looking up at Gordy's face and he was talking to it. It was like they were friends. Doesn't that sound weird? You said it, sister. That's pretty damn strange, I reckon. Wait, he's not got horns on his head. He's got headphones. That boy's a little traitor. It seems she's gotten reality mixed up with the movies. Hey, Missy. Did you really see that? Yes, but I was so shocked, I immediately ran home after that. What do you make of this, Mr. Prosecutor? There's another monster taking the stage. Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony? I couldn't care less about the monsters. However, looks like who we need to talk to next has been decided now, hasn't it? John Marsh. He was here last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it? Attaboy. John Marsh, we've got some questions for you. Oh, he's gone. John kind of left a while ago. What? Let's go after him. April 6, 10:54 AM, outside Grand Tower Plaza. Where did he run off to? He might have just come back home. That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today. Or he may have run away. Aren't you just overthinking things? He's still a child. I can't imagine that he could have murdered the president by himself. Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped him. That boy can summon a monster to his aid, right? Very funny. I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit, but right now, he's the most prominent witness we have. So we'll need to find that brat. Ah, Miss Edgeworth. Ah, got me. Oh, he's off. Oh no, Gumshoe, come back. He ran away. What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways. Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself? Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before? That's right. But, you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates. And partners. Well then, I'll be seeing you two. Things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I'm definitely getting my hands on this scoop. Oh, god God, that run. Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they? Indeed. There's the footprints of MOOZILLA, and now the shadow of Gordy. Sounds exactly like the movie. How about we go monster hunting too? Well, huh? Isn't that one of Lang's men? He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him during another case. Excuse me. Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It's been a while. Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang? Agent Lang, Shifu is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incidents from 1 month ago? The Yatagarasu incidents we had been involved with? Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, it had come quite close to that at the time. Shifu took responsibility for what happened. And our team was disbanded. Disbanded? So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf. Then why are you here? That's... well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems that even now he's still chasing after them. The ghosts of 12 years past. Ghosts of 12 years past? Just what are you? I'm sorry, I've already said too much. If you'll excuse me. These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after. Do they also... pardon me, do they also have something to do with this case? Looks like everyone's left now. So what do we do now? Well, Miss Hart is going after the monsters and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle. What angle would that be? We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say. Ah, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is... well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial. She said that she had a trial coming up. Indeed, let's head to the courthouse as well. Okay. To be continued. To say the last thing we picked, like, we had an interaction with, was presenting the Grand Tower at Lang's testimony. That was like 10-15 minutes ago. So much dialogue in these games. Oh, but just over an hour for the first part of the Grand Turnabout. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning that, you know how in the last case, Emma Skye showed up out of nowhere for no reason? Well, she had one reason. The only reason she showed up was so that we could use the luminol that she has, and that's it. Then she disappeared. That was just insane. It was something that came to me after I finished the case. It's like, wait a minute. Emma Skye showed up for the only reason of using the luminol to test for blood once, and then she disappeared again. Really just out of nowhere. She was barely relevant. Like, they really could have just found a random, like, police guy and, like, forensics person or something and said, hey, can we borrow your luminol? And Gary went, hey, don't worry about it, you can borrow it. Or I don't know. Anyway, yep, that's the first part of the Grand Turnabout. I love the monsters. Those are cool. I would actually really love to see a movie of MOOZILLA versus Gordy. That'd be cool. Because I'm also wondering at the moment how they're going to do Godzilla versus King Kong, considering Godzilla can fire, like, laser blasts out of his mouth. It's like, how's he going to fight King Kong? I guess King Kong's probably pretty fast and can dodge them, but still, King Kong can't do lasers. Anyway, and so we're going to go find Courtney now, whilst they're going to go find John Marsh, who reminds me of John Marston from Red Dead, who was a cowboy, so a cow boy, you know. Yeah. And it was cool to see Penny Nichols again. I like her character. I just really like her character. I don't know why. And then, look, God, the highlight of the episode, Lot of Hearts Run. Loved it so much. That was amazing. Anyway. Also, one of the really sad thing is that Gumshoe's still avoiding Edgeworth. It's so sad. So, yep, we'll see what happens next time. Also, next time, I'm pretty sure, is going to be an incredibly long episode. If I can... Yep. There is going to be 2 logic chess sections in the next episode, along with a bunch of investigating, and I think some form of testimony, maybe? But goddamn, that's going to be a long episode that I might have to record in 2 parts, because it might take over 2 hours to do, and that's going to be insane. The longest part of NES in a game so far, I think, if I'm correct, has been in Apollo Justice, when you're doing the whole interactive game thing that Phoenix Wright gets you to do to learn about the past and connect things with the present and stuff. That's been the longest, almost 2 hours. I think this next part might be over 2 hours long with how much stuff we've got to do and how much dialogue gets stuffed into these episodes of this game. Anyway, I'm waffling, sorry. Yep, I'll show next time is going to be a long one. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.